Hey K-popers, and welcome back to Hallyu. This week was another pretty quiet one on the news front in K-pop, but we did get some stellar new music. COVID has interfered in the debut plans for Tempest and NMIXX, March's comeback schedule is heating up big time, and as I mentioned, we have tons of great new music to check out from Taeyeon, A-Pink, Treasure, and more. Before we get started, I want to quickly thank Hallyu's honorary producers. If you want to show off your bias group here, share your pics in weekly videos, and join a vibrant Discord community with watch parties, custom emoji, and more, all you need to do is support Hallyu on Patreon. Alright, now let's jump right in. This is your K-pop news update for February 20th, 2022. Now real quick, before we start, I want to let you all know there will not be a news video next week because I will be traveling to New York to see the one and only twice back-to-back nights next weekend. So assuming I survive that slayage, and that is a big if, I will cover 2 weeks worth of news in 2 weeks time on March 6th. So getting to the actual news this week, let's start by talking about COVID-19 once again. And yes, trust me, I am as sick of talking about COVID as you are no doubt of hearing it, but nonetheless it is still impacting K-pop. And this week it was another pair of pre-debut groups who suffered. First off, it was Yuhua Entertainment putting out a notice about their upcoming boy group Tempest, which revealed that all 7 members of the group have tested positive for COVID-19. Thankfully though, all members have 2 vaccinations and are only exhibiting mild symptoms. Still though, this has caused problems for them, and as a result, Tempest's debut date has been pushed to Wednesday, March 2nd. So if you're excited for these boys to debut, you'll unfortunately have to wait a couple of extra weeks. And that was not the only instance of COVID interfering with the debut. JYP's upcoming girl group NMIXX has been affected as well. On the 18th, JYP issued a statement informing us that member Bae tested positive after developing mild symptoms. Like Tempest, NMIXX members are double vaccinated, and as of right now, no other members have tested positive. While NMIXX are still going forward with their plans to release their digital single on February 22nd, their debut showcase has been postponed until March 1st due to Bae's positive test. Obviously, we very recently had Kepler be affected by COVID as well and have to delay their debut, so frankly, I just hope this is all over with soon so these poor idols can get back to showing out their talent in front of fans without any extra barriers or obstacles. And with that, let's move on to a AAA week of new K-pop music. We'll kick things off this week with Suzy, who surprised me with a very indie-feeling vibe in her comeback Satellite. Brand new boy group J Weaver are jumping between virtual worlds in their debut song J-Trap. Wonho is coming for all of us with this intense comeback. Here is Eye on You. I got my eye on you. Youngyoung got some help from Han Yo-han in this neon-filled city pop release called Dying Every Second. Rookie girl group Rumble G are back with the flashy song Every Other. Treasure are finally back with an absurdly high quality MV and a very interesting chorus. This is Jikjin. Girls' Generation's Taeyeon is back and looking spectacular in this crisp MV for I Envy You. So I envy you. Rocking Doll are back with a polished new song and video for their comeback Heart Rider. Epic High and Yoonha teamed up for this easy listening track called Gray So Gray. And last but not least, it is the venerable A-Pink. The girls are looking elegant and gorgeous in their new song Dilemma. As always, I want to know which songs you really enjoyed this week. I really loved A-Pink's comeback, but still, it was not even close for me this week. Taeyeon has slain me dead with I Envy You and the entire album, and she rightfully earns my pick this week. And now let's take a look at some upcoming comebacks in Comeback Watch. We'll start with Kim Jun-soo, who'll be dropping his first album since creating his agency Palm Tree Island. The album will be due out in March. Color me confused because apparently Majors is having a comeback. Last we heard about the girl group was that the members were unfollowing the group account on social media and it looked like they were disbanding, but it appears they'll be back with a single album in March called The End of Chaos. It's about damn time. G-Idol is coming back in March. It's been a long year of exclusively solo activities and I for one am so ready for G-Idol to slay us all once again. As if March wasn't already getting stacked, Red Velvet will be returning next month as well. It's not clear yet whether this is the delayed Japanese comeback or something different, but what is clear is that Revelos can expect some new music soon. And with that, we'll move on to some more news stories from the week, starting with former Crayon Pop member Gummy. She has announced that she's pregnant with her second child. Congratulations, Gummy! It's the end of an era for Apink's Eunji this week as she's ending her radio program Jeongeunji's Gayo Plaza. The show ran for 2 years and it's official. Ace's Byungkwon will be starting his military enlistment on April 11th. As suspected, Byungkwon will be joining the prestigious CAT USA complement as a soldier. In a move that surely shocks nobody at this point, April's Chaewon has officially left DSP Media. Chaewon has chosen not to renew her exclusive contract with the label and will be presumably continuing to post content on her YouTube channel Honey Chen. BI has shared more info about his new deal with talent agency Wasserman, the same agency as Billie Eilish. BI is reportedly preparing some US-focused singles, a global EP, and tours. Stacey have been appointed official ambassadors for the Korean Red Cross's blood donation efforts, so I suppose that means it's time to donate blood ASAP. Former Wonder Girls member Sunye has made a slight lateral move. After her contract with Polaris expired, she has signed on with Blockberry Creative, which is of course Luna's label and a sub-label of Polaris. This week, Girls' Generation's debut song Into the New World once again proved itself as the most important K-pop song of all time, as I expanded on in my 50th deep dive. On February 12th, a feminism protest took to the streets in Seoul, and once again the song was front and center. And last but not least in this week's news, Suho has completed his military enlistment. As of February 13th, the EXO member was officially discharged from his post as a social service worker. And with that, we'll move on to another week in music shows where we had 2 broadcasts from Show Champion and NMIXX Countdown, along with Music Bank and Ikigayo both crowning winners without a broadcast. We had another historic week this week because on Show Champion it was VVG earning their first ever win as a group. With this win, VVG ties IVE for the fastest first win for a girl group at 7 days after debut, so a huge congratulations to VVG. They would also win on NMIXX Countdown, and on Ikigayo it was Got the Beat taking their 3rd win for Step Back. But for me, the big story is on Music Bank, where it was IVE again winning for 11. This is win number 13 for this song, and it came 79 days after their debut. Am I the only one absolutely floored by this? We're getting into BTS territory here with how long IVE has been picking up music show wins for a song. I'm seriously impressed. Who do you think will be next week's big winner, and why will it be IVE? Seriously though, let me know down in the comments below who you're picking for next week. Alright K-popers, you're officially caught up on everything going on in the K-pop world. Let me know how you feel about all the week's news and the new music in the comments down below. As I mentioned, I will see you all back here in 2 weeks on March 6th, and as always, if you want to stay caught up with the K-pop world as it happens while having tons of fun every single week, make sure you're subscribed right here to Hallyu.